If you want to be a part of the conversation before it happens here on YouTube, click that link in the description to join the free Courtside Financial Discord. What's going on, everyone? My name's Obi, and welcome back to Courtside Financial, the podcast where we talk about business and technology. I want everyone to sit tight and get comfortable because we're diving into what might be one of the biggest stories in the automotive industry this year. So this is going to be a super insightful, super interesting, super useful video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. If you're returning or new, make sure you click the notification bell icon and leave a comment down below. Also share the video. All your engagement really does go a long way in helping out our channel to reach a broader audience and continue to grow, continuing to allow me to do research for you guys and put out the content that some of you guys like. So without further ado, let's get into today's episode. Let's start with a number that shocked me, $5.84 billion. That's how much debt Northvolt, Europe's supposed battery champion, is carrying right now, and they've got $30 million in cash. Think about that ratio for a second. This is a company that's raised $15 billion from some of the biggest names in the industry, including Volkswagen, Goldman Sachs, and BlackRock, even government money from Germany and Canada. Now let me take you inside their factory in Skellefteå. Picture this, you're in an Arctic Circle where for half the year it's constantly dark and the other half constantly bright. Their workers are struggling with their sleep cycles. They can't attract talent because, well, who wants to move to the Arctic Circle? And here's the kicker. They've got over 100 outsourced workers from China and South Korea doing all of the heavy lifting. But wait, it gets better. Instead of testing the equipment in China first, they decided to do everything on site in Sweden. Imagine trying to build a high-tech battery factory where nobody from the ground floor to the boardroom has actual production experience. As CATL's chairman Zhang pointed out, they hit every possible problem: utilization issues, reliability problems, and safety concerns. Now let's shift gears to Nissan, folks. This is where things get interesting. Their global sales numbers tell a story of a company that's clearly in a free fall. Let me break it down for you. Global sales just over 2.5 million vehicles, barely up 0.4%. Third quarter sales 809K, down 2.8%. The China market collapsed 12.5% to just 172,000 vehicles. North America down 0.2%, and Europe down 5%. But here's where it gets really painful. Their operating profit dropped 84.7%. Operating margin collapsed to 1.1%, and they went from 190.7 billion yen profit to a 9.3 billion yen loss. That's not just bad, folks, it's catastrophic. Let me tell you exactly where Nissan went wrong, because this is quite fascinating in my opinion. Remember the X-Trail in 2020? They were selling 175,000 units in China. Then they made what might as well go down as one of the worst decisions in automotive history. They switched to 3-cylinder engines. Sales immediately plummeted to 71,000 units. By the time they realized their mistake and switched back to 4 cylinders, Chinese domestic brands had already eaten their lunch. Now let's talk about the future, specifically 2026. 2026 is shaping up to be the year of the Robotaxi. The industry is absolutely buzzing with announcements. Tesla's launching their Cybercab, XPeng's accelerating their timeline in this regard. Didi's CTO just stepped down to focus entirely on autonomous driving. Jiayu's partnering with Baidu Apollo. Cao Travel's planning a fully customized model. WeRide has already released their GXR model, and T3 Mobility is targeting 1,000 level 4 autonomous driving vehicle. But here's where we need to talk about the challenges, and there's 5 major ones according to Rukui Mobility's VP. Regulation. Currently it's city by city. Take Wuhan. They're letting Baidu deploy 400 vehicles with plans for 1,000 by year end. Meanwhile, Beijing requires a safety officer for every 5,000 kilometers without accident. Then there's technology. We've got 2 schools of thought. Tesla's using pure vision, minimal sensors, targeting a $30,000 price point. Then you've got Waymo, who's maxing out on the sensors, pushing cost way higher. Baidu's somewhere in the middle at 250,000 yuan per vehicle. Lastly, there's market size. Look at the numbers. Frost & Sullivan predicts that the global mobile travel market will hit $4.5 trillion in 2025, with China's robotaxi market alone hitting 39 billion by 2030. Speaking of real world data, let's check out the numbers. WeRide, operating in 2 countries, has 1,800 plus days of public operation. Pony AI, 33.5 million kilometers of testing with 220,000 plus registered users. Baidu Apollo, over 8 million cumulative orders with 10,000 plus daily orders. Now let me connect the dots for you, because this is where it all gets interesting. We're seeing 3 major trends converge. Western manufacturing's dependence on Asia expertise isn't going away. Northvolt has proven that. Traditional automakers are failing to adapt. Look at Nissan's numbers. The future is autonomous, but it's not. Some players are way ahead. As a NIO bull, here's what I'm seeing. While everyone's scrambling, solid companies with solid foundations, both in EV tech and the manufacturing space, are quietly pulling ahead. The market chaos we're seeing isn't just disruption, it's natural selection in action. And here's my prediction. 2026 won't just be the year of Robotaxi. It'll be the year where we see who's really been building the future and who's playing catch up. The numbers don't lie, folks, and they're telling us a story of massive industry transformation. That's all for today, folks. If you made it this far, you're probably as fascinated by these market shifts as I am. Anyways, we'll catch you in the next video. If you found it interesting, insightful, useful, at the very least entertaining, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell icon, and leave a comment down below. Until then, everyone be safe, and I hope you had a good Thanksgiving yesterday as well.